introduce is probably one of the strongest, most dedicated, most persevering young men that I've ever had the pleasure again to know, teach, and learn from. There are a lot of good memories that we could bring up that we just won't right now, TJ. We'll talk about those later. So it is my utmost pleasure to introduce to you Thomas Joseph, TJ Ford.
Good evening, everyone. First things first, my conscience is going to bother me if I don't ask for a round of applause for all our teachers and faculty first, so please. Normally I'd ask for a round of applause just to kill time so I don't have to talk up here as much, but this time I actually mean it because no matter how much of a kiss-up it makes me sound like, all of the teachers I've had here have been amazing to me. There was Miss Densley with her after-school APUSH study groups, which she did not have to do for us. Mr. O'Hara putting up with incessant questions about any calculus concepts that I wasn't understanding, which was like all of the calculus concepts. There was Mrs. Camerata and Mrs. Schaefer putting all those notes on our English essays, and Mr. Matthews and Miss Van Tassel and Mr. Lee taking all our questions, no matter how dumb. And we were like that with all our teachers. That's just a few examples. All of our teachers have had times where we've inadvertently called upon them to demonstrate a saint-like patience with us. But it's kind of frustrating because I'm not quite smart enough to articulate how much I owe the teachers, because I'm starting to understand how valuable time is and how much energy it takes. So all I can say is thank you guys. Anyway, we and our teachers have put a lot of time into schoolwork, and I put this on the bio in my program, or my bio in the program, that at first I was just in it for the grades. So it wouldn't have mattered to me if I was actually learning something, I just wanted the GPA. Meaning that I'm very lucky I came to John Adams because they actually offer a good education, a statement which may elicit the response. Oh boy, he's gonna kiss up to the school now, I knew it was coming. He's gonna talk about how great it is and how John Adams himself used to sit in the very chair directly adjacent to Miss Densley's desk. But it's all true. The John Adams part was only slightly exaggerated, but other than that, I can say that there is a difference between learning what to think and learning how to think. And I know that I'm repeating something which may as well be on the official John Adams Academy travel brochure at this point. But I can say, in my honest estimation, your ability to really think and understand things doesn't expand when you read about the Soviet Union from a BuzzFeed article. Articles which I have actually read, with all the conclusions already drawn and everything pre-interpreted for you. Your ability to really think and understand things expands when you read Alexander Solzhenitsyn yourself and read his books and get an account from an actual Soviet prisoner yourself. And then you think about things and then you draw your own conclusions. Your ability doesn't expand when you read a filtered version of Greek history from a slideshow you pulled from the internet. You have to go to the source and read Livy and Thucydides, and then for other time periods, you read Hard Times by Charles Dickens. You remember that one? And you read the Odyssey and Richard III and Hamlet, and you read every page by painstaking page. And then instead of throwing away, you discuss it with your buddies, and hopefully they disagree with you because they'll be able to tell you exactly why parts of your opinion are irreconcilably wrong. And that's okay because you get to do the same to them. And you use that discussion to hone your beliefs, to make them sharper and sharper. And does it hurt your brain? Yes. That's the point. Mental pain is ignorance leaving the body. I'm looking at myself, thank you. But now you can think, and you understand some things, and more importantly, you have the capacity to understand other things. So don't waste it. use it to think for yourself and then stand up for your ideas. It took me 3 years to start saying what I actually thought in class discussions because I thought that everyone would think I'm either intolerant or uncultured or dumb or sometimes blasphemous. But at some point I decided enough is enough. I'm going to speak my mind no matter what they say. So I said this mildly controversial thing in a class discussion that I won't describe. But I said this and I fully expected all of my peers to think I was stupid and call me an idiot. But you know what? They actually did. That's not the point. It's not supposed to be easy, so you have to be bold when you tell them what you think. Because you can't actually think. Now, anyway, anyone who's been around this long, you remember what we were like in 9th grade? So dumb and awkward. When we first started discussions, especially for those of us who had just got there, we were like newborns trying to walk, stumbling and falling and talking over each other. And now, by some miracle, we can sit in a classroom for hours on end, disagreeing to our heart's content, and actually get somewhere, generally. Which is honestly an impressive amount of development, so you should be proud of yourselves. This is all to say that this process of learning, which is essentially just getting your information from the source and then inspecting with other people, is the best way to go about things. So when you go to college or university or the military, you can use it to solve the problems you encounter. And I'm very interested to see what you'll all do with that. So, good luck. Thank you.